let's just see what happens, okay?
Yeah, we're winging it.
Okay. Probably the number one question that people still ask me whenever they see me out in the wild is, how's Sturgis going? Is that the same for you guys?
Mm-hmm. It is.
Yes, everywhere I go. House Sturgis. Yep.
So the rally is coming up. Have you ever been to the rally?
No, I haven't. Never been.
Do you swear you've never been to the rally?
I've never been. I had a good friend that went every year. He had a good time, but I just never went.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Well, I've never been. I've never been either. Have you been to the rally?
I actually have.
So look in the camera and say that. I have been to the rally.
I have been to the rally.
My mom has been to the rally.
The funnest thing probably ever was, for those of you that don't know, I worked at Irvin Cable for 22 years. That is right in almost in the middle of the rally. Most years they would have the bikers come in around our building to the check-in. So for an entire week while you're trying to work and concentrate, you just hear these motorcycles coming around and around. So for me, I kind of like that sound. So it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool every year to hear that.
Yeah. Well, her and Dad used to ride motorcycles for a long time. I tell everybody that you guys were in a Christian gang. They were, and you all helped work the rally, right?
We did. We actually did.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Lots of people come into Sturgis. So this will be the first time that we have been open in Sturgis for the rally. So we're really anticipating what that means for us.
Sure.
Last year, of course, we were trying to get open and we couldn't get open quite in time. So we didn't open until August. So we missed it. So I did order some giant inflatable motorcycles that we could put on top of the building. I thought that would be cool. And then we also ordered Dippin' Dots. So we're going to have Dippin' Dots to come in just before that. And I guess whether you're a biker or a kindergartner, everybody loves ice
Yeah,
cream.
everybody loves to take
Yeah.
So I have to say, I don't know if you guys feel it, but lately it feels a little lighter in my life. We have worked really, really hard the last couple of years. It feels like we've just been under a lot of stress, and I think, are known for having fun. And it's been hard to do that the last couple of years just because we've had so much going on. You know, this week we've gotten back to some of the more fun things that we did before.
I like it much better.
Yeah.
Than being serious all the time. But you know, we've had some serious things to deal with for the last couple of years, and so you know, figuring it out and
yeah, I hope that the perception is really that we have had fun and we make it look easy. I've had people to tell me that sort of thing, which is a huge compliment, but it's not been easy. It's been very hard. Anyway, so in like the last week, you know, we've resolved to get back to some of the fun things. The thing about Marcus, the views on that was like thousands of people.
And he didn't do it for that. You know, he just did it because he's a good kid.
I know,
You know?
yeah. He's just a good kid.
he's a good kid.
Marcus come in, he was wet, and I had no idea what he'd done, and you had found it on the camera, you know, and figured out he walked that older lady out with the umbrella.
So oh my gosh, that's funny. So Dad's enjoying retirement then. That's you know what, honestly, that's probably the second most common question that people ask me whenever they see me out and about is, how's Sturgis going and what's your dad up to?
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, he's up to no good. He's up to nonsense. That's what he's up to.
Yeah, he sure is.
Yep. Okay, so trying to get back to, you know, seeing the good in things. the word that came to mind was impaled, but that's not the word.
No, that's a bad word.
I felt really,
Yeah. I use that one.
I felt really compelled
Compelled.
to share the story about Marcus last week because it was just so pure. He really didn't. He wasn't trying to do anything out of, attention or anything.
Well, everybody talks about young kids and how they're so different than they used to be, and as a dad, my daughters reflect how I raised them. I mean, everybody's so busy. We're so busy. You don't have time to raise kids like you used to. And that's the prime example of. There are really good kids, and if you take the time to just explain the simple stuff, they really get it.
Yeah.
They really do.
And in your household and everything, when things become habit, you just do it without thinking about it. So all that's always really good indications of just integrity and habit. Marcus is just a really good kid. Have you guys seen anything out and about here lately?
I actually had an instance yesterday. We had a customer that really needed an air conditioner. Their air went out, and they were explaining to me, they were wanting to charge it, not a problem. In the meantime, another customer was overhearing my conversation with this customer and stepped in and secretly paid for it for the other customer. Left me in tears. The person that purchased it, I promised to keep it a secret, so don't ask me who did. But it really touched my heart that we have good people in this county that will still do things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. We joke a lot because we work with the public all the time. We joke a lot about how wild the public can be and how on your game you have to be all the time and stuff. And some of the worst things that I've heard people say has been just because you're working with the public. But some of the best things that I have seen has been because we work with the public too. It's amazing. We're surrounded by really good people all the time. One thing that John and I talked about is like when you have a bad experience somewhere, it's really easy for you to tell people, how much it sucked or how mean the people were or something like that. But whenever, like, the tip that you guys got, I mean, you were just doing your job.
Yeah.
You didn't, maybe something did happen that we, just really went above and beyond for this person. But I think that everything we did was literally just the same thing that we do all the time.
Respectful.
Yeah. So how impactful is that to somebody whenever it prompts them to do something like that when you were literally just doing what you do every day?
Yeah, it's nice. I mean,
Super cool.
Everybody wants to feel good.
Yep.
Be appreciated.
Super cool. Okay, so I have one question to end this meeting with. Okay, and it's a question that I have heard other people ask before, but I think it would be really cool if we just kind of open up with everybody right now. What do people commonly romanticize about being in family business that's actually really hard behind the scenes?
For me personally, it is you can't walk out the door at the end of the day and leave it here. Anytime it's always on my mind. I'm always thinking about it. And then when we get together as a family, our family members that aren't involved in the store probably get tired of hearing about the store because we ultimately end up talking about things that happened at work, how we're going to do this, whatever. So actually getting away from it when we have actual family time is really hard.
Yeah. It's one thing, I think maybe if you had your own business and then it's hard to not take work home, in that situation. But so we're all struggling with not taking work home, but then when we go home, we're with the same people that we were with all day long.
Yes.
So it's really easy to continue those conversations. That is really hard. That's really hard for us, like in our household, and you and Dad as well. But yeah, poor Wesley.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd say it's amount of time you spend with each other, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know when we first started doing this, the guys I used to work with say, "How do you do it? You know, you're never apart with your wife," and that was one of the reasons I worked locally, but I was gone a lot. You know, I worked 14, 16-hour days, and I'd come home and we'd go to Stacy's house and eat, and I didn't get to see anybody, you know. And but with that, when you spend that much time together, you know, it may look like it's all roses, but I mean, everybody's got family, you know. There's arguments that come up, there's situations, and we're just a family that can come back together and make it work out. But you know, it's a lot of time, you know. You see the good and you see the bad with each other all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
So the good parts of that is like whenever we win, we all win,
Yeah.
and we all get to celebrate. And but whenever we fail, we all fail at the same time, and that's really hard sometimes. I think any family out there probably can spend this much time together, as long as things are going smoothly. I think the challenge is whenever things are not going smoothly, or you're on somebody's nerves, or you're tired of hearing about something, or you know, and then that's where
we have a bad day. I mean, one of us have a bad day. We're so close. We know, you know, and it's like we work together, but we do everything together. You know.
I was going to say both of those things.
I know those two cover quite a bit. You don't have to say nothing.
Hey,
You know?
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Those are big things.
Those are big things. What kind of comes to mind is how, like on social media and TV and stuff, they just make it seem so, you know, fun and charismatic and carefree. And it's like, you know, this just beautiful story of these families who live together and work together and stuff. And I guess speaking to both of those things, it's not always a beautiful story, and there's something beautiful about that too, you know. So how should we like wrap that up?
Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Okay.
Say it now. Did you know Stacy went to the Sturgis rally? dot.
Has been. I've been more than 1 year too. That's the thing. I mean, we worked it.
So, thank you guys for that. Just feels awkward. Why don't you say it?
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
That's perfect.
We're
That's
out.
perfect. We're out. Okay.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's